What's up, guys? You're listening to another episode of Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. In this episode, I just wanted to share with you guys our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales results. Hopefully this gives you guys some motivation as you continue to work and build your brands. And who knows, there's probably some people listening maybe that have far higher sales than the sales I'm about to share with you guys from our brand this Black Friday, Cyber Monday week. I'm also going to just throw out there, I got some students who sent me DMs on Instagram and messages sharing some of their Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales results. So I'll throw out a few of those too for you guys to, again, get inspired. Here's something that I want to remind you guys of. And I remind my students of this that are in my programs. When this is your first fourth quarter, October, November, December, right? That's called fourth quarter. If this is your first fourth quarter selling, don't get too stressed out. Like you'll hear online, you'll hear me say too, like, oh, fourth quarter, if you're in e-commerce, that's where all the money is being made and holiday shopping. And that's 100% true. There's a ridiculous amount of money being made online and a crazy number of products being sold during November and December in the United States and probably around the world. But don't get stressed out thinking that, you're going to make a ridiculous amount of money during this time of year, especially if it's your first go around. Okay. So if it's your first go around, don't stress out too much about it. Use this as a learning opportunity to kind of get a feel for what the selling season is like in fourth quarter, because you'll notice these little waves of selling or of buying too, customer buying behavior. For example, I'll just give you a quick overview of kind of how we see this with our brand and a lot of my students' brands. Fourth quarter, October 1st, right? October 1st, that's like the start of even like thinking in the mind of a consumer, right? Someone just living in the United States. When October 1st rolls around, that's like the first real day of like holiday season. Because once October hits on the calendar, people are like, okay, it's Halloween month. That's like the first big holiday of fourth quarter. And then people realize, once holiday is coming up, then Thanksgiving's not far behind. And then obviously Christmas is just around the corner. So people get in the holiday mood. Notice how for most holidays, like if you go January through September, there's holidays, right? There's holidays mixed in there. The big one, probably I would say 4th of July. But most of those holidays are very, very short-lived. Like most of those holidays are like for a weekend or for a day. Mother's Day, it's one day. Father's Day, it's one day. Valentine's Day, it's one day. Like a lot of those holidays, guys, are one day. They're one-day events, they're one-day decorations, they're one-day parties, but that's not the case with fourth quarter holidays. Obviously, I understand Halloween is one day, like trick-or-treating, one day for the kids. But when you think about like the festivities of Halloween, the decorations, it's a whole month. You got people out with their big scary skeleton, whatever crap in their front yard for a month for Halloween. For some people, it's 2 months because they leave it up after. But Halloween is a month-long celebration. Halloween movies, Halloween parties, they're all month long. Thanksgiving, same sort of thing. Thanksgiving, guys, is not one day. Thanksgiving is a week. It is a week-long holiday. Yes, I understand that on Thursday is the day that we like sit down and like eat the turkey thing. But let's be totally honest, guys. If we're being totally honest, the Thanksgiving holiday lasts from Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's the day that, people are taking off work. They're chilling. They're prepping for Thursday. Then there's Thursday. Then there's Friday that people also have off work that they're also just kind of eating leftover. It's like Thanksgiving round 2. They're also watching some football. They're also doing a whole bunch of online shopping. And then Saturday is the same thing, watching football, shopping. Then you're Sunday, and Sunday it's Sunday. So most people just aren't working anyways. And then Monday's like, okay, it's Cyber Monday. So I'm still like, I got my Thanksgiving hangover. I'm like not quite back to work yet mentally. Like maybe you're at work, but you're not mentally there because you're still shopping online. And then Tuesday, you're like, okay, crap, I should probably like get my life back together because Christmas is coming up. So, and then even again, like the decor, it's like the Thanksgiving decor and like the fall vibes and like you get the pumpkin spice, like that is like the entire month. And then like from the day Thanksgiving's over, like that weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like, get out the Christmas tree, right? Your Christmas lights are probably already up. Ours were up in September, and don't blame me. Someone sets up lights for us. And so we got a discount for setting up early with them. So Ryan, of course, my 4-year-old, has demanded that the lights have been on every night since September. But you got the Christmas lights on, right? The first snow falls for a lot of places here in the US, right? If you're up higher north than the southern states. And so then it's like, okay, it's Christmas time. And Christmas is just on your mind. You're listening to Christmas music. And if you're like me, you're listening to the same album on repeat over and over and over. Shout out Tommy Prophet. But you're doing Christmassy stuff, Christmas parties. You got the church parties, the neighborhood parties, the family parties, the work parties, the friends parties. Then you got, Christmas shopping and Christmas activities. And there's go look at the lights. Like it's just a whole month. I love the month of December, honestly. And it's been fun to rekindle that now that I have kids getting a little bit older, 4 years old. But the fourth quarter, guys, is just holidays. That's what it is. It's holidays. People are just holiday minded. And so you've got waves of shopping where it's like, people are shopping. Hey, it's fourth quarter. I'm going to shop a little bit. But then at the back of their mind, they're like, okay, Fall Prime Day event is coming up, which was in October. And so then shopping slows down before that Prime Day. And then Prime Day and it spikes. And then after Prime Day, it goes way down because everyone shopped everything that they needed on Prime Day. And then it starts to pick back up a little bit. But then it's Halloween. And so then people get distracted. So it slows down maybe a tad. And then it picks back a little bit up in November because people are getting excited. Maybe they're buying stuff, getting ready for Thanksgiving. But then it slows down again a little bit because people are like, oh, I'll just wait for Black Friday sales. So like the week before Black Friday can be like really slow for a lot of people, which makes sense because for me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy this. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to wait a week and get it for 40% off. So then it goes down and then Black Friday and it skyrockets back up. And then after Cyber Monday, it just goes crashing back down to earth, like lowest sales day of the year because everyone just bought a ridiculous amount of money. And now all the husbands out there are like, stop buying crap. That's what I at least say to my wife. So then like the day after Cyber Monday is like the worst day of the year. And so then you're like, what the crap is happening? But then it will pick back up again. Like 2 weeks before Christmas, it's going to be insane. Cause then everyone's like, oh my gosh, I waited till last minute to buy stuff and I need something that ships fast and Amazon does Prime shipping. So I'm going to order on Amazon. So it's like fourth quarter is not just like this beautiful like growth curve. It's like up and down and up and down and up and down. It's all over the place. So let me show you guys right here what mine looks like. I wanted to share with you guys just a little behind the scenes of what our sales look like for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we were kind of just cruising here and we had some stock out issues in October, which really kind of sucked, but we're kind of just cruising here in November, right around 170, maybe 200 units. And then you see like where it gets kind of weird, spiky, whoa, spiky down, down. And then on Black Friday, we sold 526 units up from, again, the standard 170 to 200. So about 5X up to almost 10K in revenue, $9,525. Then on Saturday, dipped down, but still pretty good. $6,000, 354 units. Sunday, up at almost the same as Saturday, up just a tad, 373 units, 6,586. Then on Cyber Monday, we had another big spike, 479 units, $8,500, down again. The record was Friday itself, 9,500. Cyber Monday, 8,500. Then literally the next day, Monday or Tuesday, like we could call it, what should we need to come up with a name. Is Amazon sellers? We need to call, what's like a sad, depressing, like, I got to think of like a fun alliteration for the Tuesday after Cyber Monday. Yeah. Anyways, 123 units, $2,600. So lower, way lower than like what our average was before the Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. And then obviously like as I'm recording this, it's the 29th and it's a little bit earlier. So we're slow again, but that's just how it's going to be. There's that huge drop off after the sales. Now I will mention during this sale period, we started our sale on the Wednesday. Our big whole brand wide, I think we did 20% off. Might have been 25. I honestly don't remember, but our discount is 20% off. I'm pretty sure. And it lasted from Wednesday all the way through Monday. So the big spike of sales, like it wasn't like, oh, Friday only, it's a better deal. It was the same for like 5 days for that 5 day period. And then the sale ended. And I think that's what a lot of people do online. And that's what I saw a lot of products on Amazon that were doing their Black Friday sales early, like a week before Black Friday. That's fine too. It's totally up to you. But we've traditionally just seen like the biggest spike really happens on that Friday and it kind of stays pretty high up until that following Monday. So again, guys, we did really good. Like we actually were up, I think 6 or 7% compared to last year during the same time period. So it was nice to see a little bit of growth for our Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend compared to last year. Well, obviously we have a few more SKUs, but other than that, everything else with our brand is pretty much the same. No crazy changes that we made to our brand. But yeah, keep in mind, guys, that again, like this is just a blip in time. Like if you think about that, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It's 4 days. It's 4 days out of 365 days. And while you might sell, what is that? Let's call it roughly $30,000 in 4 days. That's not life changing. It's not. And honestly, like you'll see the sales go right back down to where they were before that. It's not like, oh my gosh, my sales spiked so high, they're going to stay that high for the rest of eternity. No, they'll come back down to earth and you'll kind of be back in that same growth trend as where you were before the sales days. And that's how it is, guys, for every sale period. For all the Prime Day events, for whatever, the big sale events that are going around throughout the year, massive spikes, and then it kind of comes back down to earth. It's nice to capitalize on those spikes, build that brand reputation, get those sales. Obviously, it's going to help you build reviews, build brand recognition, make a little bit of money. So it helps for sure. But like the true longevity and success of your brand is built day in and day out, right? Just being consistent and building a consistent machine that can generate you money 365 days a year, that you don't just rely on fourth quarter, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or something like that. Oh, I was going to share with you guys. I told you I was going to share with you guys some results from students. I got some messages here. We'll keep it pretty anonymous, but I got a message here from a former student of mine. Hold on, I got to figure out where all these messages came from. Former student of mine who graduated from my program. He sent me a sweet image right there. If you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see that nice spike right there. It was a spike up over 7K. So $7,500 on Black Friday, up from kind of the standard $2,000 a day. So that was awesome to see. I got some others. Let me find a couple others here that I have. Hold on. I posted them on my story. I probably got to go into my story archive here really quick. Yeah, here we go. I'll just kind of show you guys some of these. So here's some other messages. Nice little spike there. There's another little spike from another student. There's another spike right there. So lots of sweet spikes there for Black Fridays and Cyber Mondays from some of our students. Sorry, I know like you guys listening to the podcast are like, wait, Andy, you didn't even say where they were at. So one of the students here was spiking up from around $200 a day up to $700. Another one was selling, this is in units, around 10 units a day. They got up over 30 units. Another one selling around 150, 200 units a day, got up to 520 units. So some really cool spikes in sales again for a lot of people. And thanks, shout out to those who did send me those over like on Instagram and stuff. But again, final like reminder, I guess, guys, as we again continue on here in this holiday season, moving into December, obviously finishing out this Christmas shopping period. It's nice to maximize this selling season. I would say if you have the inventory, right? You have the inventory in stock for your products, like don't be afraid to go hard. Don't be afraid to run discounts. People are expecting discounts during this time of year. And because of the increased impressions, eyeballs, shoppers, you're just going to increase your chances of getting some sales and conversions, even if it's like a 10% off. But just, I would say run a discount, some sort of discount until Christmas Day. Whatever it is, choose one, pick a discount, coupon, slash price. I don't care what it is, but pick a discount and run it from now till Christmas Day just to increase your conversion rate. You'll see your ads perform better. And again, with the ads, guys, go hard on your ads. Gosh, don't be afraid to spend money on those ads. Get those ads cooking, get those ads churning. Try to maximize the sales during this time of year, right? Because the way that you got to think about it too, and I try to remind myself of this all the time, is even if you're not super, super, super profitable, like maybe your profit margins are getting squeezed a little bit because of your discounts and maybe you're spending a little more aggressively on ads, but you're planting a ton of little tiny seeds, tons. Even if people don't buy your products, by spending the money on ads, getting impressions, getting clicks, even if they're not buying, guys, people remember this stuff. Yeah, maybe it's not the right time for them to buy, but they'll remember you 2 months, 3 months, 6 months from now when they go back and really decide to buy it. And again, there's all the sweet brand tailored promotions and all these other features now where you can retarget those people with specific ads or specific discounts to get them to convert later on. So plant seeds, get eyeballs, get customers. They can turn into repeat customers. They can turn into reviews. They can turn into brand ambassadors. Gosh, I can't tell you how many people have posted pictures of our products on their Instagram accounts, TikTok accounts, and literally showed, they own every single one of our products. Crazy. Or they're telling all their friends about it. Or someone comes and said, my friend told me about this. My mom told me about this. My cousin bought me this for Christmas. Guys, people will buy your products even if they don't have a dog, for example. We sell dog stuff. We get a lot of customers who don't have a dog. But guess what? They buy it for people who have dogs. And this works for anything. You might be selling baby toys or kids clothes, whatever kids stuff, right? There's going to be people who buy it who don't have kids. But guess what? They have relatives who have kids. They have friends who have kids. Maybe you're selling stuff for old women, and maybe it's not an old woman, but maybe it's a kid buying it for their mom, for their grandma, for their aunt, for their friend, for their neighbor. Like, people are always buying stuff. And again, especially during this time, for other people. So there is so much increased opportunity to get sales because of that. And again, you're just planting a lot of seeds. You're building your brand, you're building brand recognition, brand reputation. And the trickle down effect is huge in the long run, right? So if you can capitalize on this time period and get as many eyeballs and as many sales as you possibly can, even if it's not the most crazy profit margin, the rest of the year, you're going to be glad you did, because from January through September, you planted a ton of those seeds in that fourth quarter before that. So you're going to see a lot of other people discover your brand, discover your products that are probably a direct result of what happened in that fourth quarter time period. So go hard in fourth quarter, guys. You'll be glad you did. Once again, I'm Andy. You're listening to Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. We'll see you in the next episode.